Hello, beautiful people. We are back with the same background because I am working, but I'm on my break. So, of course, I watched episode 5 of Insecure on HBO, and oh my god, that ending though. I'm just like, Issa, no, mama, no. That's all I kept saying at the end. Oh my god. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, we start off. Molly and Judea, okay, because a lot of people were still wondering if that was Judea from the last episode. Yes, it was, with his skinny ass legs. Okay, they wake up together in the bed. At first I thought it was his room, and I'm like, AKA, and that's because she's from a sorority, and the pink, the bed was cute. I like the headboard. Anyway, so they obviously got it in. Okay, he's getting up, getting dressed, and he got to go to work. So she invites him to her secretary's engagement party. Okay, this is the one that got married, and everybody was talking about it at work during the time that Molly was kind of going through it, not having a boyfriend and all. So he's like, oh, let's play it by ear. I have a lot to do at work. She's like, cool. But even though when he said that, she repeated it again, and she was like, oh, well, what do you think you're gonna wear, or should I do a +1? And he kept saying, yeah, I'll let you know, I'll call you or whatever, maybe I'll meet you there or whatever. Like, he gave her an answer, but she just kept pressing it, like, okay, well, hopefully I see you, just said some other stuff, whatever, just keep, like, kind of pressing it, and it's like, damn, bitch, okay, this got stuff to get, maybe this is why you don't have a boyfriend. Your brain is on fast forward, like, 5, 6 months, 8 months in advance. If the dude gave you the answer, just be chill. Take it like it is. Okay, you gave it to him, you put it in his mind. He said, I'll play it by ear. Alright, cool. At least, like, if you're going to be fast forwarding your brain, you want to keep asking and pressuring him, at least, let a couple hours pass, maybe text him during the day. She asked him like 5 times in 5 different ways, even after he gave her the first answer. Lord. Alright. So she's souped or whatever. Okay, but we'll stick with them. Okay, later in the day, she ends up, should I combine those two? No, I'll stick with Molly. Okay, so Molly, later, at the party, okay, before the party, she was texting him saying, oh, hey, what's up, whatever, like, what's your status? He said, oh, yeah, still stuck at work, maybe I'll meet you there. So she was like, oh, I'll wait. So he goes, no, I don't want you to wait too long. And so she lays on the bed because she's like, that's not what she wanted. She wanted to go there with him, which is true. When you have a date or a man or whatever, you want to walk in there because you soup. I had a feeling, we'll get there. So she ends up going there. He wasn't there. And then, introducing herself, talking to people, everybody's mingling or whatever. The secretary, who's an Asian girl, her fiance is black. That's the thinker. Even though I love interracial dating, but I had no idea he was black, which is probably why Molly was the emphasis on her being so upset, she was so annoyed of that. I'm thinking I don't think they ever mentioned that he was black, so it was just like, oh, okay. It was just an interesting combination. Okay, so Janae ended up showing up to while she was about to introduce him. The guy says, oh, you're her boyfriend? And Jay was like, yes, I am. And I'm like, mind you, only been on one date, and I think that same date they slept together. At least that's what they showed on the show. I don't know if it's supposed to be like time elapsed or whatever they did not introduce us to, but there was definitely no time elapsed. It was one date, they slept that night, and she was souped. And he's saying now that he's her boyfriend. Okay. So she's looking at him like, and I was looking at him like, okay. So, obviously she's all giddy on the inside. Anyway, they go to the side, to the bar, and they sitting down. And she was like, oh, did you mean that? Boyfriend? And he was like, he started laughing like, no, I mean that. I was trying to get on the same page with you. And she's like, what page is that? He's like, oh, it seemed like you needed a win. Like you needed like a scapegoat, as you say. He didn't use the word scapegoat. I'm saying the word scapegoat. She was like, I needed to win. We're trying to say I'm a loser. He's like, no. It just you're just so pressuring me for the party and everything, and it seemed like you just really needed to date or whatever. So I was just trying to, make you look good or whatever. She's like, so you making me look good by you lying to me? And he's like, no. Well, I thought I was helping you out. So, no, you're not helping me out. Whatever. He's like, I don't know. And what he also brought up, which I kind of skipped, he brought up the fact that she made comments about him moving in, which, yes, in the beginning when they were in the bed together, it was kind of jokey, but, you know, there are certain things you just don't say already so soon. Like, he was like, oh, I gotta go to work, and now I only have jeans or whatever. And he was like, they don't need to carry around a suit or whatever. She's like, yo, I can leave a suit here. And he was like, yeah, I'll leave it, come back. She was like, yeah, you could do that, like, whatever. Like, it's only been one day. I know you souped. Your pussy not broken no more. Pussy popping, whatever. Remember that song, Broken Pussy? It's not broken no more. Like, you already hinting at stuff. I mean, who knows if she's serious or not serious, but it does push these dudes away. Like, oh my God. I was like, oh, it is too soon for that. So I guess he took it as, you know, she thinks fast, I'm trying to help her or whatever. But he shouldn't have lied. Like, that wasn't cool at all. So end up she's like, you need to go or whatever. Alright. End scene. Okay, let's go to Mr. Laurence. Okay, Issa's boyfriend of 5 years. Okay, he's in Best Buy doing his thing. And who, behold, shows up? Miss Big Boobs, whatever her name is, bank teller whore, comes in there with a tight ass shirt, okay, with a little crisscross. I think I had a shirt like that, but her boobs was so freaking huge and poking out, and cleavage was just out in the world, like, come get me, come attack me. Okay, I'm like, you already knew what it was. She came in there hopping and skipping and saying, oh, you know, oh my God, yeah, well, y'all used to do that at the bank, whatever. Cause this design he did on the television screen. He said, now I'm just playing around, I'm bored or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, so everything's going. I like that he was so naive in the beginning. Okay, like, he in the beginning of that conversation, like, he was just really, like, blasé. Like, she's throwing, like, little flirty shots or whatever. She's just like, oh, well, you know, I'm looking for some batteries. They all sell batteries. And he was like, yeah, I think we got it out. So she's like, oh, okay. Like, and she's just looking at him, I guess waiting for him to be like, oh, you want me to show you where the batteries is at or whatever? No, whore. He already told you the aisle. Go over there yourself. So she's like, So once he said, oh, well, you know, I can get Tim or whatever name he said to go help you. And she was just like, oh, no, I'm good. Oh, now you don't need your batteries, bitch? What, for your vibrator? Bitch, you whore, you slut. You know he has a girlfriend. You know he has a girlfriend. Ugh. Anyway. So, yeah, so obviously she started to see, you know, her little game wasn't working because she ended up saying, oh, you know, I'm whatever food she wanted to eat. And she's like, oh, do you want to meet up after or whatever? He was like, now he picked it up. After like 10 minutes of little, you know, stupid conversation or whatever, he's like, no, I got a girlfriend. Yeah, she know you got a girlfriend. He constantly said, I have a girlfriend. And talking about last episode, they like kale. She like kale. Yo, these side chicks be really thinking they winning. Like, there are some guys that will be very faithful, very few, but they are out there that they are very faithful for their girls and they repeatedly tell you they have a girlfriend. And then these other girls that still keep pushing and pushing and pushing themselves on them. So I guess she assumed that little luncheon from last episode meant, you know, she had a leeway to get in. No. Get your big booty ass, whore ass out of here. Well, the booty was alright, but it was her boobs. She had her boobs all out there, like. Anyway. So, let's go to my girl, Issa. Issa. Okay, so basically with Issa, you know, she's freaking out about this YouTube. You know, when she performed that Broken Pussy at the open mic, it's all over YouTube. I guess it's more followers, whatever. And the kids are rapping the music in the class. She can't stop it. She was apologizing to the teacher, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. I don't even know how this happened. I'm gonna fix it, whatever. So then she calls Molly and complains, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, whatever. You know, this is like, she called it rap rape. Rap rape. Because she felt like that person who recorded it did not have consent of her to record it and post it. So he recorded it and posted it, whoever it was. So he's trying to figure out who it was. After talking to Molly on the phone, she ended up meeting Molly at the office and saying, like, oh, I don't know what to do, whatever. And then Molly was like, okay, so, but how did this even start? And she goes, Daniel started, you know, telling the kids of how I used to rap or whatever. And the kids got souped and they all into the internet, which is true. A lot of these young kids are really, 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 really techie types. Like, very smart technology. But technology will also rot the brain when you start too early and not using it for the right things. Okay? That's a fact. So, she's like, well, like, basically trying to get lawyer lawyer advice from Molly. Sorry guys, I'm like trying to be wired, but while I'm trying to be sleepy, it's really tiring. I need to take a nap within a few minutes. So Molly ends up saying, okay, well, why don't you talk to Daniel and try to find out, you know, it was his event or whatever. Why don't you try to find out who recorded it? And I guess she didn't want to be bothered with Daniel right now. She even asked Molly, like, what about your friend? Didn't you, the guy, I guess the guy that she met, the Enterprise guy, who I had a feeling was going to come back or should have came back because he was a good match for her. But she, not even if he wasn't a good match, just the fact that they broke up just based on because he didn't have a degree, which I thought was really discriminatory. But you were having a good time all the way up until you found out the whole about the degree things, which is really messed up. Okay, but I had a feeling they would bring him back because his character was brushed off way too quickly. So I had a feeling he was going to come back. So she was basically telling her to ask him, you know, did he know anybody? Did he know who Murray recorded it? All right, and just to help her like be a lawyer or whatever. So. But both things happened. Molly ended up talking to the Enterprise guy, and Issa ended up talking to Daniel. With Molly's situation with Enterprise guy, you know, she's asking him, oh, do you know whatever or whatever, and something about his brother. It was his well, I thought it was Daniel's event, but I guess it was the guy Enterprise's brother event. I'm calling him Enterprise, I don't remember his name. And he said he'll ask his brother like if he did it or if he knows someone that did it. And you could tell they haven't spoken since the whole breakup and don't want to talk to you anymore. And he was kind of trying to flirt with her. She was like, oh, it's good to hear your voice. And he was like, yeah, it's probably even better to hear it in person. And right when she was about to say something, the freaking secretary walks in like, oh my God, is that Chris? And Chris is Zendaya's character. Like, even if it was Chris, shouldn't you be whispering? Like, her voice was kind of high-pitched and she was still kind of loud. So, Enterprise guy with the phone was like, oh, Chris, whatever. She's like, oh, no, that's, you know, he's like, nah, it's cool. We just friends. It's kind of being sarcastic. But friends, you don't even talk to him, so you're not really friends. So, okay. Yeah, so Issa also ended up talking to Daniel, try to get help. Daniel was like, I will definitely take care of you. You know, I got this. Don't worry. It's all good. So he's making a few calls. While he's making calls, you know, he's telling her, I got to get to the studio. Could you give me a ride? I'm looking like, But he ends up giving her a ride. No, she ends up giving him a ride to the studio because he had a session. And she was going to leave, and he's like, no, you really stressed out over it. I told you I'll take care of it. You don't have to worry no more. No, I don't want you driving like this. You just come inside and chill for a little bit. I'm still like, that Daniel, he's trying to get in there, man. He is trying to get in there. And they have history. They never were together, but they were friends for a long time. High school, college type. Going to the studio, you know, she watching Daniel do his thing, do his little DJ thing, do his little producer thing. The rapper was so corny, just rapping all melancholy. What is that word? Melancholy? Melancholy? Whatever. Just nonchalant, just not flowing with the beat. And there's other dudes in there too, whatever. But I guess it's his little gangs. When he comes out and he's like, oh, that shit was fire, they all like hyping him up, kissing his ass, like, oh, that shit was hot, it was hot, making corny jokes, but it was corny. Even Issa made a comment like, yeah, you know, what she said, the word, I forgot what word she said. But yeah, so Daniel ends up telling him, you know, to go back in and just, you know, play with the lyrics, play with the verse, with the bass, you know, and get into it. Basically saying, you whack, you need to flow. You're not flowing. Okay, you're flowing and your friends are saying something hot that's not hot. Studio session over. Okay, Issa's trying to leave. Of course, Daniel gives her another excuse to stay. He's saying, all right, nobody's here. Basically, I got you. I'm going to get you back on the mic, get in the studio, and I'll play the beat. And she's like, no. You already see how much trouble that got into me the first time. He's like, nah, but ain't no cameras here, nobody video recording. It's just you and the music, and just do your thing and just chill. There you go, that musical connection that I was saying in my last video. When you got that musical connection with someone, that shit is strong because it hits the soul. That music love hits the soul. It just reminded me so much of that movie. Even before I did this review, I was trying to remember the movie, but it was with Sanaa Lathan and Taye Diggs. Hip hop and something. That movie, it was like that. It was, the relationship is kind of exactly like that. Now I think about it, yeah, exactly like that. So you know, she starts doing her thing, whatever. I like the way the camera views was going. It was going really slow, so you can be in the moment. They were zooming in on her face and zooming in on his face. All the delicious brown sugar skin that was going on, because she's all brown and he's all dark chocolate. It was really nice. But they were just vibing. So after she comes out, you know, they're talking, and he starts bringing up the fact that, you know, why they never pursued a relationship back in the day. And she was like, you know, it was a couple times we spent some time together, whatever, but it just never happened, you know. Kind of saying it was kind of his fault, but then it probably also kind of timing. It just wasn't meant to be. He said, well, I'm ready now. And she's like, okay. Of course, he kisses her. Then she pushes him like, And after like not even 3 seconds, then she dives in and kisses him back. And you're thinking it's just gonna stop for a kiss? Oh no. I was at the screen like, no, mama, no. They was undressing. You saw his booty. That booty was looking right and tight. Oh my God, he had a nice ass. And if a dude has a nice ass, that's something you can grab on. Grab on while they motion with the ocean. Oh my God, he was oceaning, okay? His ocean was swervelicious, because he was rotating those hips and getting it. It looked so real, like real. Like, she definitely forgot she had a boyfriend. She forgot she had a boyfriend. Even when it was done, she walked into the bathroom, looking in the mirror, like, basically in La La Land, okay? Looked down, and she saw the little soap dispenser. And ding! Symbols just give you memories. She thought about the time they were at the mall. Well, her and Laurence were at the mall, and they were like kind of hiking on this other couple that were arguing about soap dispensers. And here you go. Now you remember about Laurence. She's like, oh crap. She leaves. Back to Molly. They end up showing Enterprise guy. He's at the house. Doorbell rings. Open the door. Who it is? Molly. And she been drinking. I've been drinking. She was drunk. He's like, what are you doing here? He's like, are you drunk? And she's like, are you drunk? He's like, no. And she's like, no, you know, I just, you know, just saying hi or whatever, hoping to do you. I didn't even know she knew where he lived. They never had a house date or whatever, but you know, they're not going to be that detailed with these shows. So, he was about to close the door on her, like, nah, you need to go, we're not doing this, you know, whatever. And, which is right, like, you said we was friends, we broken up, and now you're gonna come up here drunk or whatever, because what? You too scared to say what you gotta say when you're sober? Nah. And she's like, oh, are you worried about Chris? There's no more Chris, forget it, he's gone. And he was like, nah, it's just not cool, it's not cool. About to close the door, she's like, wait, can I use the bathroom? That will always work, because a good man cannot leave a girl outside when she needs to use the bathroom. So he ends up going in the bathroom. But he ends up putting her on the couch. She's passed out, because her, which is so cute. He didn't take advantage of her. He's a sweet guy. She needs to really give him another chance, if he even takes her back at this point. Okay. Let's see. Is it hits every point? Yes, I did. Okay. I think the one thing that's interesting is how, back to Laurence, how she was pushing up on him, and you know, he said no. He was able to push it away. But with Issa, on the other hand, she fell right in. I mean, a kiss would have been bad enough to confess to your boyfriend that you cheated, but then how you gonna confess you had a whole sex with him? Okay. Well, that's a wrap, guys. That's a wrap. I'm getting better. You know, the other two was like 29, 30 minutes. This is 20 minutes. Okay? Leave your comments below. Subscribe, save, whatever. Follow me on Twitter, TeamJuju365. And I'll see y'all next Sunday for the next episode of Insecure, my favorite show. Peace.